welcome to Radio Nitro's Mastikados. You're listening to RJ Pushpal, and I'm gonna be surely keeping you occupied, if not satisfied. In this episode of Terribly Nitro's Tales, I'll be telling you a suspense filled, thrilling detective story. So, all the CID and Crime Patrol fans or the Sherlock Holmes fans, clear the wax of your ears and hear at the best of your capacity cause the fun has just begun. It was a cold and silent Saturday night. Most of the people have already returned to their homes and there were no signs of life on the street. Only a policeman was returning to his home from his badminton club through this deserted street when suddenly power goes off in his locality and the only street lamp which was glowing dimly till now turns off around him. Suddenly, he gets shocked on seeing a van in the turning of the streets, blinking its warm red headlights. He starts moving towards it, shouting, "Who's there at this late night, blinking unnecessarily?" The following morning, the body of the policeman is found in the dump yard with his eyes and heart eviscerated. On further investigation, the police found Lady Justice statue tied to his body, which didn't have a blindfold, signifying the partial nature of law, as usually the lady remains blindfolded. An investigation team was assigned. The team, led by DCP Deepak, one of the most successful police officers, declared the autopsy report shows the presence of a class of sedative hypnotics medications, a common drug used for sleeping problems. The police didn't suspect much as the policeman has a history of sleeping problems. The following week, on the next Saturday night, another policeman goes missing and is found dead in a similar state with a similar kind of statue tied around him. The police force is unable to find much from the statue or the crime scene, and the presence of the same kind of medications were found in the victim's body. The police force began to fear that it might be a serial killing occurring in the city targeting the police force. The local media hyped up the news, adding spices to it, and the police came under tremendous pressure to find out the killer. DCP Deepak quickly assembles all the police force under him and explains to them the gravity of the situation. He expected that as it was the next Saturday since the second killing, the serial killer might carry out his next target that night. Deepak implements a plan to lure the killer in which two officers should pair and patrol at night at a distance of 100 meters from each other and be vigilant, and will also keep on giving signals through torches and whistles. But during duty, Deepak's driver Paulson was kidnapped. Deepak, who was 100 meters ahead of Paulson, was not able to witness the kidnap, and he doesn't even hear any sound or saw anything during the kidnap. He now becomes frustrated and sad about losing his close driver Paulson. The police force was surprised as to how the kidnapped policeman didn't put up any sign of resistance against the kidnappers. as there was no evidence of struggles to resist. Paulson's scooter's camera footage showed a wolf masked man and another man's voice, indicating they work as a team. The next day, Paulson's body is found with the same statue. On keen observation, DCP Deepak notices that in the new statue, a signature SK is imprinted on it. The police team guesses that it must be the signature of the sculptor or the killer, or it can be a message. But on seeing the fine way of inscribing, DCP Deepak said, I will say it is not the killer, but definitely the sculptor. Search our databases for someone with these initials and send a message to our informers. And they soon found out that the sculptor is one Mr. Sudhakar Kumar who runs his family owned sculpting business in the main market. He was summoned. Mr. Sudhakar was frightened when he reached the police station. But to all their surprise, he had a bandage on his eyes. On questioning, Sudhakar explains, I made 5 such figurines for a man who blinded me after I delivered them. And he also threatened me to keep quiet, or else he is going to take my life. From that, Deepak deduces, okay, so there will be 2 more murders. So, what happens next? Is our detective able to stop the murders? Or will he become the next victim? Who knows? But that's it from my side. Stay tuned and we'll catch you back in the next episode. Till then, adios amigos.